So let's talk about what's happening when we are getting disconnected with ourselves. So that brings us to the topic of our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. The conscious mind is the mind which is our thinking, processing, analyzing part of ourselves. It's how our executive functioning is taking on. The interesting thing about our executive functioning skills is that it is not fully developed until age 25. And this is very significant because while we don't have the cognition and the analysis and all of those other skills, we're still getting a lot of information coming towards us, and that is now being taken in by our subconscious mind. So we're receiving information from our environment, which comes to us as feelings and instincts, and we're all picking it up as the look that your mother had, that you knew that you were doing something wrong and had to step back, even though she didn't say anything to you. It's being perceived, and it's all the subconscious mind has no filter, so it just believes everything because there's no cognition. Remember, we're not being able to analyze. And so all of that is going into our subconscious mind, so that by the time we are 7 years old, our beliefs about ourselves and the world that we are in is pretty well set. So why this is significant is because our early childhood experiences make us who we are going to be, so that the blueprint of our life is actually being set at that time, even when our full ability to sift through what is coming to us is not developed until we are 25 years of age. In addition to this, a lot of the information, or most of the information, actually, I should say, is coming from our body to our brain. This is how we've evolved. We've evolved from the reptilian era to where we are today. The prefrontal cortex was the latest to develop. So our evolution and survival happened really because our body receives most of the information. So 80% of the information is afferent, meaning coming from our body to the brain. The brain is only processing 20%. So where's that information going? It's going somewhere. It's going into our subconscious mind, and it's staying with our body. And this is significant because we wouldn't survive if our body didn't act. And to just give you a small vignette of this, if you say you went out for dinner and you parked your car, it's a couple of blocks away and it's pretty dark and you're walking and you hear some footsteps and you turn around, you can't see, it's really dark. What starts happening to your body? Our heart rate picks up, we feel contracted, our muscles get, we're getting ready for fight or flight. And when we are in that full-fledged mode of fight or flight, it's important to note that our thinking brain, the prefrontal cortex, is offline, because that takes a lot of energy. It's metabolically very expensive to us to use our brain. So we don't need to use our brain when we're trying to survive. We just have to either fight our way out or flee. And so that's what's taking place. So, okay, so now you come and you get in your car, you shut the door, you notice that, okay, it was a passerby, he leaves or she leaves. And your system, though, is still revved up, because your system is not going to just come down because, oh, I know, even though I know that there's no danger, my system is still going to need to process that through itself. And of course, we have practices that we can use to regulate our nervous system, because at that point we have a upregulated nervous system, and it's upregulated to make sure that we can actually survive this. So yeah, taking a deep breath in again. And I'm going to now bring it all together. So our autonomic nervous system is the one that went into the action mode, not our thinking brain. We didn't have time to think that I should run. Our body took charge. And that's how we evolved, because if our brain had to get involved, we wouldn't have survived as a species.